Hello everybody, and welcome to my new YouTube video series on what does that mean. So a lot of people want to know what different things mean, and some people find it interesting, and like me. So this first episode we are going to be talking about cache. What is cache and how does it work? Okay, as I click on this website and I click on the different buttons, if this were a total dynamic website, that means that everything that I click on has to make a request to the database, bring it back to the website, and then display it in your browser. Okay, now that's okay if like maybe 1, 2, or 10 people are on your website, but the problem happens, most hosts only allow maybe 20, 12 to 15 simultaneous database connections. So if you have 1,000 people on your website at one time, okay, and they're all clicking on these buttons, okay, what's happening? Well, that eats up a lot of CPU and it smokes the server. Actually, physically makes your computer very hot. That would be like 1,000 people on your computer at one time. So, and you could see how websites would start hanging up, because websites are nothing more than computers and software. So that's what happens. So now that you understand what dynamic is, this particular website here, my content management system, is serving static cached files. That means that it's just going to the file and displaying it. That's it. That's the difference between static and dynamic. So whenever you click on this, you're actually seeing a static HTML file. So you want to know, how does that work? Well, in my content management system that I program, and if you're back in the dashboard, okay, and you want to see your cache list, you just click on cache list, and you can see all these different cached files. Now, notice, let me open one of these in a new tab so you can see the URL structure. Okay, do you see this big long line and it's in a folder called cache? Okay, that's what the people are actually getting whenever they click on these, even though the URL says this, because they're being instantaneously redirected to an HTML static file. So there's no dynamic stuff going on. Even though you created this page dynamically and you created it in PHP, it created a static file for us and for our visitors so that they get our information instantaneously. Okay, so if you're back in the dashboard and you want to see that list of cache files, you can go there. But now, what happens when you're going through and maybe you're looking at this one through the years? Now let's change this around a little bit and say we're back in our dashboard and we want to update that post. Okay, we might want it to say something different. So we go here, we go to edit this post. Okay, and we scroll down to that picture, and maybe we want to replace it with a different picture. Okay, maybe we want to replace it with, my beautiful daughter. Okay, so we go like that, and we click submit, and we'll just put hi there, like that. And we hit submit and update that post. Okay, now we go back to the website, and we go back to our blog, and we go back to the post, and notice that it's still there. It's still showing the old one. Well, why is that? Well, the reason why that is because we are still displaying the cached file. Okay, so what do we do? Well, that's whenever we clear our cache. Okay, we clear our cache. All right, go back to the website, go back to the blog, and let's open up through the years in a new tab, and we'll refresh it. Okay, refresh it, and you can see here we have our new update with our picture. Okay, because there's a few different types of cache going on here. Chrome has their own cache within their browser, and then the server has a cache, to where they're serving up these different cached files. Okay, so if you look at this, if I go back to that cache file, it's still there. So what we got to do is we got to clear the cache. Okay, at the cache list, let's refresh this frame, reload the frame, and you'll see now all of the cached folders is gone. Your website's clean, and you're free to go in and edit again. So I hope this helps people understand what cache is and how it works.